What's going on, everybody? Kelly, and I'm bringing you a brand new video today. So today we are actually out here at one of the most requested courses that I've got on my Instagram. We are out at Lincoln Ridge today. So this is a course I've actually played in the past a few times. So today we're going to be out here seeing how well we can actually shoot. I know the past couple rounds that I've been out here, I believe I've shot negative. So we're going to try and keep this score towards negative as much as we can here today and just have a great time. Hole 1 is going to be a 400-foot par 4 down the hill. You won't be able to see the basket. It's going to be tucked down just past that tree line there. We're going to start the round off with my S-Line DD3. I'm going to pump a forehand off to this left side and hopefully have something reach that tree line in there so we have an easy approach to the basket. We hit the tree line, but it unfortunately, I think it was gonna push in there a lot further and be closer to the basket, but we'll have a look for the approach shot there. So this course is actually one of the highest rated in the Kentucky area, around my area actually. I believe on UDisc this one is actually 4.4, maybe 4.5 rated. I've talked to a lot of locals out here as well, and they all suggest coming out to this course. Always super nice, very well maintained, a lot of different shots. I think there's 24 holes here, but today we're actually only going to be playing, I believe it's 19. So the last time I was actually here, I got lost in the woods actually back. I think there's like 14 through 18 is back in the woods back there along a creek. It's actually kind of confusing. I got lost for probably like 25 minutes. We're not gonna play those ones. We'll play about 19 holes here today. I'll split up front 10 or front 9 and then do the other portion in a different video. But we're gonna see where we ended up here on hole 1 and hopefully have an easy approach shot towards the basket. It's just tucked down right there. We ended up just under this tree. We hit the tree line there, but we're gonna have a pretty easy approach shot here. Take my 350G PA3. Actually, I'm gonna switch it up and go with the A3 here. Set. All right, we'll have a putt at it. No. All right, we'll start off with the par, but it should have been a birdie. Hole 2 is gonna be 360 feet. Sign says it's a par 4. It's gonna be right down, tucked on those tree lines down there. All right, I'm gonna take my more stable Leopard 3 here. Pump this thing out on the right side here and either keep it in the fairway so we have an easy approach since this is a par 4, or hopefully we can pump this thing and get it towards the basket since it is a little downhill. Not a bad shot. I'm not upset with that. We are in the middle of the fairway, so we should have an easy approach to get up and down. So I know for a lot of these courses that we played so far and all the videos, I've had to zoom in on like where the hole actually is. I'm actually planning on making some upgrades to the channel and buying a couple things. I'm gonna upgrade the microphone, get a better mic or get a lapel mic so that you guys can actually hear me the whole entire time. And then the other thing that I also wanna get is a drone. And the reason why I wanna get a drone is because I would like to do hole previews for every hole that we're playing out here on these courses so that you guys know exactly where the hole is and you're not just like guessing where I'm actually throwing it. So those are some of the upgrades that I want to get and eventually will. I think that'll take the channel to a whole nother level actually. Basket is just tucked in right off to the left there. We actually had a really good drive here. I'm pretty stoked on this for the first backhand drive of the day. I'm gonna give this a run at the basket actually. We're not too far. If we hit this, we'll hit an eagle. Oh my gosh, that just rolled down that hill so far. Rolled down this hill so far. I gave the putt like a terrible run at the basket. So we were gonna be tucked in. You could see it right here. The disc is there. Basket is all the way back up there. Hole 3 is a par 3, 303 feet, just down there. I'm gonna go with my P-Line FD here. I've thrown this disc here before. I've actually parked it with this disc before, so I'm gonna stick with the trusty FD here and try and put this thing under the basket, get our first birdie on the round. Set. Oh, that's a fortunate tree kick there. That was gonna hyzer off to the left a lot. I actually forgot that those first 2 holes were actually par 4s. I wish we would have got a birdie on either one of those or both of those because they are easier par fours. We would have started the round out -2. We definitely had the opportunity to do so, but we'll look to get a couple birdies. I know once you get in here a little bit deeper, there's actually a couple ace run holes, so those should be pretty fun. Should be able to get the birdies on there. Like I said, we're definitely trying to shoot negative here today. I've played this course before, so there's definitely opportunity to shoot really, really well out here. Oh, that was so close to going in. It's going to be 201 feet. This is going to be our first type of ace run hole. You can see the basket just across there, slightly up the hill. Take our trusty 350 GPA3 and hopefully we can give this thing an ace run. Not an ace run, but we should have a look at birdie there. I'm gonna throw a second shot just for fun here. I picked up a new disc actually. Gonna be a Big Z Fierce Ledgestone edition. Love this stamp. Let's see what we can do with this thing. That disc is a bomber. That went dead straight. That had a nice flight out of it. I'll throw second shots out here when I'm filming for the channel, but when you get a brand new disc, you gotta throw it and try it out. That thing went dead straight. I used to actually throw a Big Z Fierce all the time. I was just testing that one out, put it in the bag here today. I probably won't throw it too much on first shots, but second shots, I'll definitely see what we can do with that thing. And if it is flying like that all the time, it'll definitely stay in the bag. There we go, there's our first birdie of the day. Is going to be 283 feet, a tight tunnel shot down this gap right here. I apologize if you're not going to be able to see the flight in there. It just gets super dark inside of there. Typically I'm going to take a fairway driver here, but on this hole, because of the tight gap, I'm actually going to take my more stable M4 400G plastic, slight hyzer down here and let it maybe flip up just a little bit so we can push through this tight initial gap. It might have got sneaky. I'm not really sure. We're gonna be pushed off to that left side a little bit. We'll have to see where we actually end up so we can try and pick up this par. The sneakiest gap to actually get here. M4 right there, basket right there. If you could see that line that I actually took, I am not sure how this disc actually ended up there. Just off to the right, dang it. 348 feet par 4. I'm going to say that this is probably one of the most demanding tee shots on this course. You want to end up in the area that I've zoomed in on right there to set yourself up for an easy approach towards the basket. I usually take a Firebird of some sort. This time I'm going to take the Andrew Marweed one here, and I'm trying to just hit this initial gap right here and end up in that spot that I just zoomed in on there. That way you have an easy approach towards the basket. If you don't get off the tee here, you're going to have a very tough time getting the par. Oh, that's so good. We ended up in a perfect spot. We actually ended up more towards the right, actually, which is going to set it up for an even easier approach shot for our second shot. Our drive ended up in the basket. It's going to be tucked in just off to the right in the trees right there. Actually going to do a slight Anheuser jump putt here. Down that way there's a hill that you can roll down, so I want something that's going to stick to the ground and just sit there so that we can have an easy look at the birdie. Yep, that should be perfect. There we go. Stoked to get the birdie on this one. It is 205 feet. Another tough hole here, actually. It is downhill across the bridge, and then the basket is right there. I'm actually going to take my 350 GPA3. This is a super touchy shot, so you want something to finish fairly soft on the green down there. I've had a couple roll away on this hole before, and it is not easy to get back up and down for par. So we're gonna try and park this one under the basket or somewhere before the basket for the birdie. no, I think that might have kicked down into the creek. We'll have to see when we get down there. Ended up right here. The basket is all the way back right there. And we're all the way over there. So I'm gonna put the camera over back by the basket and hopefully pitch this thing up so that we can clean up a par. Hole 8 is 220 feet. It's going to be a hard dog leg to the left here. I'm going to take my A3. A lot of hyzer on this thing. Don't throw it too hard and just get something out towards the basket and hopefully not end up on this right side. Put it off to the right just a little bit too much, but we should still be in the fairway as long as it didn't roll away. Last hole, hole 7, is definitely one that you either go for it or you're going to be past the basket usually. On this channel, we run everything. We're not laying up here on this channel. So I gave it the run, obviously went way too far. That's one of those holes that I wish I would have had another chance to, on the first throw, to try and throw it in there. That would be an awesome ace actually, but that's all right. We cleaned up the par there. Right now we are actually 2 down through 7 holes, which is pretty good actually. So we're gonna see where we ended up here. Hopefully have a birdie putt on hole 8 here. Ended up a lot shorter than we wanted to. I pushed it too far to the right, but we'll have a open jump putt at the basket. Clean up the par and move on to the last hole here. Hole 9, the A pin location. See the basket right there. Says it's about 205 feet. This is gonna be another ace run type of hole here. I'm gonna take my Glow PA3 here. I'm gonna try and go off to this right gap. The reason why I'm throwing this disc is because it's a little bit more stable, has a little bit more finish. So we're gonna throw off this right gap and hopefully crash in towards the basket. Nice shot. We should have a good putt at the basket there. Got the birdie to end the round. It's going to conclude the front 9 here at Lincoln Ridge. We are actually 3 down through 9 holes here, so we are having a pretty good round so far. I want to say thank you guys all for tuning in here today. Make sure you leave a like on the video, comment down below what you think of the course so far, and make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you are able to see the back 9 or back 10 out here at Lincoln Ridge. Thank you all again for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.